The Dell Idea League in Bangalore saw these young men get recognized for their innovative ideas. But that was not the only purpose of the event. It is also a platform for an exchange of ideas and a chance for these budding entrepreneurs to learn how to better their business ideas from an elite panel of established entrepreneurs.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this the Dell Idea League, which we are doing in association with Intel. It's a national campaign that we are doing across cities in India, where we are going and finding students who share with us their business plans. Everybody wants to become an entrepreneur these days, and India is the land of opportunity. So we've had some very, very interesting learnings. So we really look forward to this interaction where the panel and the audience will participate and share learnings, really. So before I move on, let me introduce you to the panel here. You have Mr. Rajesh Mehta, who is the Executive Chairman of Rajesh Exports, one of the biggest export firms in the state of Karnataka. We have Aditya Arora from Base Terminal. They used to trade in batteries. Now they want to set up a manufacturing plant of batteries. So it's a very interesting transition that his company is facing. So he will share with us his own experiences. We have Anand Srinivas, who is the SMB marketing head at Dell. And we have Gopal Swaminathan, who is the OEM general manager at Intel, also will share with us the challenges companies face as they scale up as far as technology is concerned. So, Rajesh, why don't you have a first go?
India, as you said, is a land of ideas. There are many people who have got ideas. There are many youngsters who have got ideas. But at the same time, pursuing an idea in India and making it or growing it up into an enterprise is a very distinct and a different challenge in India. The first challenge which comes to you is how to manage people. That is, you need to understand how to manage people when you become from maybe the core team of 4 or 5, when you grow to 25 or when you grow to 20. The first thing required is how do you manage people? And then while you are managing people, you need to keep a very tight eye on your finances. So one has to, apart from being convinced about the idea, one has to be very careful with the finances what they have got, because that's the oxygen. Whatever said and done, however good is your idea or however bad is your idea, the finance is the one which is going to carry it forward, at least in the initial stages.
Rajesh, you made a brilliant point over there. It's not about the heart alone, it's about the head and the heart and the eye and the CA perhaps, all of that mixed up. But Aditya, as you scale up and try to build the back end of what was a trading company into a manufacturing company, what are the challenges you face yourself?
One of the most important things of working in India is that you're working with a very diversified sort of culture. In different geographical locations you have different culture, and like he said, managing people is a very important aspect. When you're growing from, say, a trading company like us practically into a manufacturing company, we never really had the direction to tell us, okay, so go from process A to B to C to D. We had to figure it out ourselves, and there was a lot of working that needs to be done. There's a lot of planning that needs to be done, and I think very importantly, your management needs to be strong, and also your entire ethics of your business need to have a lot of importance these days. These are the small major issues that we face, that we continuously face even today in our daily working. And if keeping a check on these things definitely has been fruitful for us.
And what's your own experience been as you go and interact with companies? What are the biggest challenges that they face?
The key really from a business perspective is, what are the key differentiators, that a company has, particular enterprise bring, versus competition. So that becomes very important. So, and that's where probably technology comes in, right? So whether you're talking about scale, whether you're talking about productivity, whether you're talking about efficiency, whether you're talking about processes, technology becomes a key differentiator for a company. We need to know more about technology, usage of technology in an enterprise. But the key is, how do we use technology to scale my business, improve efficiency, differentiate my business from competition really.
Gopal?
Yeah. So India, like you said, is a land of opportunities, and probably some of you guys sitting here are going to become the Dhirubhai Ambanis of 20 years from now.
Like sitting over here should be Narayan Murthy actually.
Yeah, maybe Narayan Murthy. Yeah, absolutely, right? So these guys are going to become that. So you're going to go and manage the resources there, right? You'll have resources like capital and you have to go and garner capital and make that available to you. So you need to have the right pitch to the bank and the right organization set up to back it up. You need to have people, right? And when everybody is running, holding people itself is going to become a challenge for you guys. And that's going to be very important for people to manage, right? And the third is to go and have the right differentiation, like Adel characterized. And the fourth is, how do I use technology is just a tool, right? Technology is a tool, and there can be multiple other tools. I can have a fleet of lorries, and that can be a tool, right? How do I manage tools in such a way I get the best value to my customer, and I retain them, right? So I think these are the four forces which need to be managed. And of course, the small entrepreneur will also have the challenge of going and managing government, managing policy, and making sure that his policy is heard, because the big entrepreneur has direct access to the powers that be, and they're going to influence policy. So how do you go and thrust your way through, right? And I'm sure somebody is going to crack that here, and somebody is going to become the next Narayan Murthy. So that's the way I see it, and I'm very excited about it.
Coming up after the break, an interactive session between the panelists and the students on real-life issues, experiences, and how these future business leaders could better their ideas.
And Grande Mark II, जो दिखे उससे कहीं ज़्यादा.
I'm going to open it up for a quick round of views and queries from our audience out here. Yes, sir.
Hi, I'm Umakan.
He has come to this stage because of the competition only. If there wouldn't have been competition, you wouldn't have been standardized any process or automation. So, competition, because of the competition only, the varieties, designs, processes, standards, everything is going to be there.
No, what I meant was different. That when a company grows, it wants to grow its market share more and more. Now, how do you grow your market share more and more? You grow your market share more and more when others don't have it.
No.
Innovation, and plus you need to get the market share.
That
Basically, the new business is different. Plus you need to get the largest share in the existing business what you have got. It's not putting down the competition. It's talking about becoming better than the competition.
No, production also enhances your process. Earlier 1 GB was, earlier 8 MB is, even 800 MB was costing me more than 1000 rupees. Now if with 1000 rupees I can give 5 GB also.
That's
because of the mass production. That is because of the competition you have tried to cut down the
I
cost.
think Rajesh is being very practical and straightforward when he says, I don't want competition. No, okay, no. I mean, we are in the business to ensure that we do better.
That's the exact thing I'm telling you. When there is competition, you become better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And when you become better, you are better than the competition. So it doesn't grow. It's as simple as that.
Yes, sir. Any other queries? Yes, sir.
One thing, what I wanted to just ask, most of the time I keep thinking, like, why there is no products in India. I mean, there is nothing much they find here.
Right. I think, but there is a larger issue to what you're saying. The fact that we've not been able to develop products, it's only in this stage of the technology industry evolution that we're talking about products increasingly. So I'll get the techies to answer this question. Both of you.
So, I think there are two aspects to this entire problem, right? One is lack of an environment to scale in software kind of businesses, right? And I think we are facing similar issues in new technology things like solar panels and things like that. There is no organized funding which is available and a funding structure which is available which lets you to scale, right? So that is an industry structure problem which lacks, which doesn't ensure that companies consolidate and become bigger entities. So that's one part of the problem. The other problem is the lack of standardization of practices, right? India per se is a fragmented country. It's got multiple tax laws, multiple business practices, multiple languages, multiple ways of doing things, right? And that itself ensures that you cannot build one software and apply it all over the place. You cannot run one place, write it one place and run it all over the country, right? Except for one place like Tally, which is a standardized accounting practice. So these are the two issues which are there. But today we are also seeing companies which provide software as a service scaling. And we are seeing that in companies like mobile value-added services, right? So you're able to write SMSs and get responses and things like that. They're also products. Yeah. but they are software as a service.